The Harry Potter series is absolutely terrible. I have no idea why people love the series so much. Shut up, computer! Don't listen to computer. I know what I'm talking about. An awful story, juiced up writing, action that's very displeasing. What's not to... Now, I don't care how possessed you make me. It doesn't deny the fact that the Harry Potter series is some of the best movies I have ever seen in my life. Trust me, Jack. This is only the first step of bringing the internet to its knees. You're first in line. I'm finding a possessed mask! This will merge our minds together. Soon we will become one. With anything, we will change.
Master?
What?
Master, that mask tried to terrorize my friends. I say it's you and I to take revenge on it.
Thanks, Pikachu. Now let's end this. Fools! You are pathetic weaklings! Why do you resist a beautiful future?
Take my nuzzle attack, you bimbo!
Get off me, you rodent! The future you desire is black. We desire to create a bright future. Always. Avada Kedavra! Thank you, Pikachu.
You're welcome, Master. Now go out there and tell what you really think of the Harry Potter series.
Right, so, let's begin, shall we? I flipping love the Harry Potter movies. Who doesn't? They're fun, they're action-packed, their stories are well put together, they're absolutely wonderful. J.K. Rowling, if you're watching this, you deserve my praise for creating this series. Now, as you all know, there are 8 films in the series, and in this video, I will be counting down what I think is the worst to what I think is the best. Now is how I said I think, ensuring that this list is my opinion and not facts. Now, let the spells be casted.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Now, for those of you who think this movie should be higher, that's fine. I like this movie too. I thought the story took more tones into the franchise, and I created a good time for me. It also decided to go into a little more with Tom Riddle, who we didn't know anything about him in the first film. However, the reason why I think it's the worst is because not much of anything important happened, causing me to get bored in some parts. But don't get me wrong, the parts in the movie still interested me, but there were a few that didn't. That, and I didn't like a few of the characters. Moaning Myrtle got on my nerves, and Lockhart is a complete faker and an a-hole. Ah well, while this movie's really good, I don't think it deserves to be any higher.
I think it is clear that we can expect great things from you.
At number 7, we have the one that started it all, Harry's origin and the first film, Sorcerer's Stone. Now I know this movie is adored by many, and I can see why. I mean, it did a great job showing off Harry's traits, how they came to be, and it really kicked off the series in a good way, showing everything we needed to know about Hogwarts. The moments are really pleasing and intense to watch, and for this to be done by little kids, not in the development process, but in the movie itself, that's really something. So, why is this movie only number 7? Well, the movie didn't appeal to me as much as the ones later did. Oh well, it was still a great Kickstarter and a great film to be remembered. My sister's gonna kill me for this.
You're kidding, right?
No! Now, do not get me wrong, at all. I'm very fond of this movie. I really am. But for those of you who are thinking, how is this gem only number 6? Well, let me explain. The Half-Blood Prince is only number 6 for 3 reasons. 1, not too much interesting things happen. Yes, I know there are a bunch of good plot twists, more clues to Voldemort's backstory, and some new characters, and I'll talk about them in a bit. But a few scenes really stuck out to me. 2, the love potion effect on Ron in this movie is very creepy. It barely relates to the main story that much, and it causes a misunderstanding in love with Hermione that we all know and hate. And 3, some scenes just tended to drone on, and it just bored me. But now, the positives. The film made some cool plot twists, with Snape being a Death Eater and Malfoy being a Death Eater, and Horcruxes being the clue to kill Voldemort. Also, the plot was very serious and very unpredictable, and the ending, that ending, so really sad. But really, that's all I can say. Great movie, but I am not putting it any higher. Number 5 is the first part of the finale of the series, Deathly Hallows Part 1. This seriously was a good first part, and it also was a good idea for the Deathly Hallows to have 2 parts, since Deathly Hallows, the story, is a long book. This is also how some other books, based on the films, are trying to imitate it and try to be successful as it. Twilight. But it's here for how enjoyable it is. Back in Half-Blood Prince, Harry learned that the Horcruxes are the key to killing Voldemort. In this movie, he, Ron, and Hermione don't go to Hogwarts, now that Snape is headmaster, and Harry's an outlaw there, but they go all over many places hunting Horcruxes, while at the same time avoiding Voldemort's Death Eaters. Now they're all over the place, hence why the poster's catchline says, "Nowhere is safe." That really gets you mystified and interested. So why is it only number 5? While I didn't get as invested in this movie as I did in the movies, we'll get into it in a bit. Whatever, it's still a must-see and a must-own.
Harry Potter.
Okay, while Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hallows Part 1 were really good, they don't live up to their predecessor, Order of the Phoenix, in my opinion. Now, this film was awesome for many different reasons. First off, it doesn't start out with Harry going to Hogwarts again, but this time it tells us how Voldemort is able to send his forces into the Muggle world, so he takes advantage of this and sends Dementors to ambush Harry as well as Dudley. And Harry actually commits an act of underage wizardry just to protect him and Dudley. To me, that's a great way to begin a story, though I would have said he wasn't guilty. But that isn't the main highlight of the story. The main highlight is that Harry trains the other students of Hogwarts to fight against Voldemort's army, which happens a bit later in the movie. Before then, many new things happen, such as new characters being introduced, a new creature is being shown, and many other new things. And eventually, it leads up to a battle between them and the Death Eater, led by Lucius Malfoy, in which more of Harry's friends from his past help him, and it eventually leads to the sad death of Sirius Black and the amazing fight between Dumbledore and Voldemort. So this film really set the bar on the awesome factor. The movie was yet another good step for the boy who lived. Why did you have to die, Sirius? Everything that Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets did right, Prisoner of Azkaban ramped it up to the next level. It was darker than the previous two, introduced great new characters, it upped the scenery beauty, and it even upped the plot with great twists. In the previous two movies, I thought that it was only the climax that was dark. This time, almost all of the film was dark, just to create build-up for the Prisoner of Azkaban, aka... Yes, and there's also a plot twist where Harry finds out that Sirius has a serious connection to him. But that's for you to find out. Also, this movie gets bonus points for a scene that Harry owns the nuts out of Draco and his friends. It's freaking hilarious!
Don't stand there, do something! What? What's up, bad boy? Let's just get out of the way!
What else can I say about this movie? It's dark, it's fun, it's unpredictable, and it's just downright memorable. But less memorable than in the next two. While I adored Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblinfire, its sequel, trumped it in every way, shape, and form. Where do I begin with this Marvel film? Well, how about this? It's freaking amazing. Hogwarts was chosen to host an event called the Triwizard Tournament, and had to select 3 wizards, one from Hogwarts, one from Bobatons, and one from Dumbstring. However, for some reason, a 4th wizard was added in, Harry. Harry gets confused and is afraid since he never put his name in the Goblet of Fire, but he participates anyway. Awesome story! And those are just the basics. The rest is filled with awesome action, a plot twist I did not see coming, and finally, the resurrection of Lord Voldemort. The action in this film is just a joy to watch. The timing, the speed, I just love it. And that's what I can use to describe this movie. Fun. And I'm not going to do the recap. I'm just going to cut straight to number 1, because you all know what it is. while I love all of the movies on the list, they don't even come close to my love for the #1 spot. This movie is a true work of art. Oh my god! Deathly Hallows Part 2 is an absolute masterpiece of a movie. Every event of every Harry Potter film has led to this marvel. It is everything the other films had and brings them all together. Awesome action? Check. Good jokes? Check. Sad moments? Check. Cool CGI effects? You know it. And of course, we can't forget the Harry and Voldemort's final battle. Oh my god, it was so epic and so emotional. And it was satisfying to see Voldemort fade away. And that ending. The ending! This movie is so complete. I literally stood up and clapped in joy when it was still on tears. And to me, that's an accomplishment. Overall, this is not only my favorite Harry Potter movie, or what I consider to be the best conclusion for the Harry Potter legacy, but it's also in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. J.K. Rowling, if you're watching, you really gave it your all when you created this series. Thank you, and you are awesome. I am the Lightning Ripper, and happy Halloween, everyone.